Next week is an important tax deadline. If you filed for an extension at the beginning of the year, you have 1 week left to file your return. Financial expert Valerie Brooks is here with us this morning in Studio A. Good morning. Thank you so much for your time.
Good morning.
October 15th is the deadline. What do people need to know if they're procrastinating here? What do you want them to know this morning?
Well, what I would want them to know is that October 15th is the deadline. You have until midnight of that night to get your taxes filed. Thousands of people filed for an automatic extension of time, which gave them 6 months to get their paperwork ready and to file a final return. However, it's important to understand that that only gave them an extension of time to file their return. If there were any taxes owed, those taxes were supposed to have been paid April 15th. If not, they could face a failure to pay penalty. It starts at 5% per month, and it goes up. It ends at 25%.
Wow. That's a chunk of money. That's a chunk of cash.
Yes.
That adds up. So what if someone misses this deadline and doesn't file their 2023 tax return? What happens to these folks?
Well, if they've missed the deadline, if they do miss the deadline, they could face that 5% penalty for failure to file.
Well. Okay, yeah.
This is for them as well, and they could also face a failure to pay penalty as well. But if it's their first time and they're not in compliance with, for not being in compliance with the IRS, there's an FTA which gives them a payment waiver.
Yeah.
It's a first time abatement penalty waiver that they can apply for if it's their first time and they're in compliance with all of for the past 3 years they've been in compliance and they don't have any significant penalties.
For people still working right now diligently to get their paperwork together, their ducks in order, what advice do you have for them to make that deadline?
Go on to jacksonhewitt.com and make an appointment with us as soon as possible. Don't wait until the last hour to get that done, because a lot of people don't understand that after midnight they can't file electronically anymore for 2023, and they can also face those significant penalties.
Valerie, to get ahead on next year's taxes, we have what, 3 months left of 2024. It won't be long and to that deadline, right? To the moments we have to file for 2024. Is there something people can be doing now to get prepared for that deadline this coming April?
Yes. They may want to take a look at their W-4s and change their withholding amounts. Some people at the first of the year, they have these big amounts that they don't want that much money taken out of their paycheck and they forget about it. Take a look at that now so that they don't have any surprises come tax season. It will make an effect on their paycheck and what they bring home. Any FSAs they may have, take note that those expire at the end of the year, so they may want to use those up. And just get their documents together if there's any changes, the dependent information, and just have everything ready for January. File early in the season, don't file late. That decreases the chances of identity theft, because once that Social Security number is used, it can't be used again, and there's a lot of red tape that you have to go through to get that straightened out with the IRS.
And that, of course, is a major concern for so many folks.
Yes, it is.
Valerie Brooks, as always, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.